Okay, so welcome to another deep dive. You brought us some really interesting sources today, all focusing on strategic decision making.
Yeah, absolutely. A really crucial topic.
And our mission, I suppose, is to um, unpack the core ideas here, the techniques, the models, all of that, so you can, navigate choices more effectively.
Exactly. Your sources cover quite a range, from the basic steps to specific tools and even different ways of thinking about how decisions actually happen.
Right, not just how we wish they did.
Precisely.
Okay, let's dig in. So, at its core, decision making is, well, choosing what to do to reach a goal, right?
Simple as that,
Yeah.
fundamentally.
Yeah.
But your sources stress how important it is. It's not just like a side activity.
No, it's the engine,
Yeah.
driving strategy, operations.
Yeah, you adapt. Yeah.
Oh.
And one source really leans on Herbert Simon's work to break down how it works. 4 key stages.
Okay.
It kicks off with intelligence. And that's not IQ, it's scanning the environment, gathering data, spotting a problem or maybe an opportunity.
Ah, okay. Like, say, a marketing team doing research and finding customers want something new.
Exactly that. That's the intelligence phase.
Yeah.
Gathering that info.
Got it. So after intelligence.
You move to design. This is where you brainstorm, develop possible solutions, the alternatives.
So the marketing team comes up with different campaign ideas based on that research.
Right. Campaign options, product tweaks, whatever fits.
Okay. Then comes the choice stage, analyzing those options, picking one.
Yes. And this is where your sources bring in some really key ideas from Simon. Bounded rationality and satisficing.
Okay, bounded rationality. That sounds important.
It really is. It's the idea that we don't make decisions in a vacuum with perfect info or unlimited time.
Right, we're limited, bounded.
Exactly. By reality, basically.
Mhm.
So because of these bounds, we don't always find the single, theoretically best, optimal choice. Instead, we often satisfy.
Satisfies, like satisfactory.
You got it. Choosing an option that's good enough. It meets the core needs, it's satisfactory given the constraints.
So not perfection, but practical. Like a company picking a target that hits a minimum ROI.
Precisely. They satisfy. They don't spend forever searching for some mythical maximum because, time is money, information is incomplete. Understanding that helps avoid paralysis.
That's a big one. Good enough is often better than never deciding. What's the last stage?
Feedback or evaluation.
Yeah.
After you act, you watch what happens.
So marketing team track, sales, social media buzz.
Yeah, customer reactions. And importantly, that feedback loops right back to the intelligence stage. It becomes a cycle, always learning.
Makes sense. Now, the sources also talked about individual versus group decisions.
They did. Big difference. An individual decision, like a manager okaying a quick purchase, fast, clear who's responsible.
They're potentially biased, relying on just one view.
That's the risk. Whereas a group, like a product team, hashing out features, brings more ideas, maybe better info overall.
But slower.
Often much slower. And you risk things like groupthink. Everyone agrees to keep the peace rather than really challenge ideas.
Ah, right. Which is why some techniques are useful.
Exactly. Your sources mention brainstorming great for just generating loads of ideas, no judgment up front. Think wild concepts for that marketing campaign.
Free flowing.
Yeah. But then, to counter groupthink, there's something like the nominal group technique, or NGT.
NG2. How's that different?
It's more structured. People often write down ideas anonymously first, then maybe rank them before a big open discussion.
Oh, I see. So quieter people get heard, ideas judged on merit.
That's the goal. Really useful in situations like, say, hospital committee setting patient protocols. You want all insights, not just the loudest voice.
Powerful. And for like day-to-day stuff.
One source mentioned the simple ABC technique for prioritizing a to-do list. A is critical, B important, C less urgent. Just basic sorting.
Quick and easy. The sources also got into bigger models, right? Not just how, but who decides.
Yeah, moving beyond the purely rational model, which Simon critiqued with bounded rationality, it looks at how decisions happen in, say, big organizations or politics.
Like pluralist or elite models.
Right. Do many groups have influence? Or just a few powerful figures? It shows decisions aren't just thinking problems, they're often social, even political.
And it's not a new idea, is it? That Cotilia quote, "One wheel alone does not turn. Needing advisors, but avoiding chaos."
Timeless dilemma, isn't it? And another fascinating bit from Barnard, the decision not to decide.
So choosing inaction.
Consciously, yes.
Yeah.
Recognizing when a decision isn't needed yet or isn't relevant or maybe you need more info, knowing when to hold back is also a strategic choice.
Okay, so pulling all this together for you listening, Understanding these stages, individual versus group, tools like NGT, our own limits, bounded rationality, and even when not to decide. It gives you a framework, doesn't it?
A really powerful one for analyzing decisions around you, spotting issues like bias, and picking the right approach for your situation.
It's about being strategic about the decision process itself.
Absolutely. A much richer toolkit.
So as we wrap this up, we've covered a lot from your sources' stages. Tools like NGT, bounded rationality, even deciding not to decide. It's complex, no doubt.
It is.
Yeah.
But there's these lenses, these techniques to help navigate it.
And maybe, considering all these different angles, the rational hope versus the practical reality, the solo act versus the team effort, the structured methods versus the political currents.
Yeah.
Maybe the biggest takeaway is just that there isn't one magic bullet, no single best way.
I think that's spot on. The real skill seems to be adaptability, reading the situation, the people, the constraints.
And then picking your approach, more data, NGT, accepting good enough, or even consciously waiting.
Exactly. Food for thought for the next big choice you face.